Did you know that by end of 2025, Gen Z will form from 30 to 35% of the workforce? Yet many traditional multinationals struggle to retain or even attract them. Today, I'm honored to have Mr. Ahmad Alabduljabbar, GM of Intel Saudi Arabia. Mr. Ahmad, Manawari. Thank you for
Munawara.
joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, we are here to discuss your insights about how to attract and retain Gen Z in the multinational, traditional multinational or big companies in these challenging work environments now. So, what do you think of the Gen Z? What are the Gen Z? What do you think they got attracted to the workplace? How they are attracted to the workplace?
Well, thanks a lot for having me today. Gen Z have been raised and grow up in uncertainty.
Mhm.
They are natively connected to the digital transformation and globally connected to the whole world with them, social media and etc.
Mhm.
They actually value the transparency, authenticity. They also want to work in a value-driven jobs rather than just the money. They are very well financially aware. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But
What do you mean by financially aware?
if I compared myself, for example, with the younger generation I see now and Gen Z, they invest way earlier than what I did.
Okay. All right.
And they are very aware of the speculations of the market, speculation of how the whole economy could land.
Okay. So they are well educated. In another way.
As a personal finance, yes, they are very well educated.
Perfect.
And because of all of that, because of their look for transparency, their look for being actually purposely driven in their job, we need as a companies to meet them in their ground, to give them that what they are looking for.
Okay.
It's not only the money, there are many other things that they are looking for.
So what would be the main aspects of Gen Z, what they are looking for in to join a company? Not only to join a company, like the traits of the Gen Z first, like in a very simple way.
Okay, they are digitally connected.
Yes.
Okay.
So they are everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. They are always in social media.
Yes.
They look for truth and news in non-traditional areas. Okay. Like the social medias and such.
Yeah.
Okay. And they look for their peer, even the same age of them.
Okay.
Okay. To get the information from. Okay. Rather than older generation, because they think the older generation is kind of biased rather than them.
That's a big word.
Well,
it's truth.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I look at myself now, I in my 50s and I look at things from a certain perspective with a lot of background. They want to get things as more of a non-biased truth and non-biased point of view.
So the core values of a company, how that would relate to the Gen Z dynamics?
Any company that value the humans as they are, what they are giving to the community, their sustainability commitment,
Amazing.
their community feedback, and value that they are given as what these people, the added value these people are giving by their jobs. The Gen Z is driven by value. They look for the money, but they are driven for value. They want their job to achieve a certain value into the community, what I am doing that touching the human beings around me.
So many of Gen Z talents perceive traditional multinationals as rigid, old-fashioned, and is hard to adapt. In your perspective, how do you think like closing this gap between Gen Z and traditional multinationals from your experience?
One of the things I think any company should look for is moving away from their traditional annual review, performance review, and to more of a continuous feedback. Having like one-on-ones with between subordinates and their superiors. Moving toward more of a hybrid environment of working, more flexibility, more flexible hours, more flexibility even in the location itself of where
A hyper
people
kind of working conditions.
Yes. So I'll give you an example. If
Please
you
do.
are a software engineer,
Yeah.
you don't need to come to the office every day and show me your face. I need actually results.
Of course,
Okay.
because you just need about the results.
Just show me the results. Come 1 or 2 days, a week. Save that commute time to do your things at home, and also have more value time with your family, and give me a better result. And allow me also to save some money from you coming to the office and using all these facilities, because now I don't need that extraordinary space, and I can have a smaller space, smaller office, less operational cost, and less rent.
But is that applicable to all kind of jobs or just the tech jobs?
Well, I do believe it does. It is applicable to so many jobs.
All right.
Tech is one. This is one example. If you have like an analytic, anybody who's doing kind of an MIS work, reports and things, do you need to see him all the day in front of you? No, you can. He can just do this there and have like 1 or 2 days coming for meetings and discussing things. And you will find so many jobs as this is applicable to them. If you are in a call center, yeah, you need to come.
You might need, because there's equipment you're using, or what kind of interactions.
If you are a customer facing, like you are a teller in a bank,
but still,
people will come to you.
You don't need like 100%.
Not coming to your home.
You don't need it like 100%. Sure. Like at least each industry would relate to the amount of work is needed to be delivered from their team.
True.
And that's how, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's how you cope with the dynamics of the Gen Z dynamics, like their nature of way of thinking, the work-life balance it's a major aspect in their lives.
True. They are looking for companies that match their values. That being said, they are looking for companies that also appreciate sustainability, does have a corporate social responsibility, have a transparency and open communication.
Amazing.
They want to be appreciated as people. They want to hear the truth as they see it. And they want to know what is going on. If you are going to let people go, let them hear it from you. Don't let them hear it from
the outside,
rumors or anywhere else.
Open communication policy.
Open communication. That's what they value. They value this tremendously.
Being informed, just in a simple way.
Exactly. When they see this, then this is where the gap will be reduced. The expectations from the organizations or the corporate and their expectations are going to be met. We want performance, we want outcomes, we want results, and they want that part of their flexibility, their ability to do a life-work balance.
Amazing. So by now we have attracted the talents of the Gen Z into the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
How to retain them? I'm sure I can take some of insights of what you just mentioned, of the keeping them into the same core values and all the amazing things you have mentioned. But I think it's a more challenging work. Like I need to keep them motivated all the time. I need to keep them committed. Because it's not about the salaries or the job stability for them. It's beyond this.
Sure.
How to retain Gen Z in the workplace?
One of the ways I see that is going to be crucial going forward is that mentoring of a peer-to-peer. They don't want to be always listening to their superiors. They want also to have this kind of relationship of learning from their peers. That peer could be with more experience, or it's just a different experience. So
what do you mean by different experience? Like different exposure?
Different exposure.
All right.
They're coming from a different. So if I put two people, well, both of them have like 5 years. But this particular person was working in a specific area within a company, while the other person was working in a different specific area. They both might be having something shared, but their exposure is totally different. This person could be more into customer focus or customer oriented, and the other one is more into the operational side and internal. And matching these two, letting them learn from each other, get you that extra value.
So it comes from the teamwork, even though it's not like they are not in the same team.
Yes.
I'm just trying to find an easy way to adopt this philosophy, I would say, our mindset into the workplace, which would lead us in the next question. This sounds amazing in an easy steps or a practical way to any leader, how he would attract and retain Gen Z into the workplace. In your opinion and wide experience, what would be the advice you would give us regarding this? How to retain them?
How to return the Gen Z? One of the things that Gen Z is looking for is their growth within the organization. And in order to build that growth within the organization, you have to have some kind of programs that allows them actually to thrive in there. One of the ways I see is having a peer-to-peer mentorship. Somebody who's sitting with another person who's not his superior and giving him mentorship, giving him a different point of view of how to do things. Learning from each other allows them to grow bigger and learn different types of skills. Now, what companies can do also on top of that, they need to have more of an immersive way of doing training. I do believe that if you want to bring in Gen Z and keep them in, you have to speak their language. These people are more of a gamers.
Sure.
And wanting all this AR, VR, and everything. You need to have kind of a training that actually adopt these technologies.
So even in the traditional training, you might need gamification training.
Yes, exactly.
In a very simple way.
Yes.
So I don't have to be a tech company to apply these rules or guidelines.
Exactly. If you have, let me give you an example. If you have people working in a credit card in a bank and you want to give them more training, you can create a game for them of how to do that. And this needs to be computerized for sure, of how to do a certain campaigns
Right.
and fees and interest rates and other things.
So the whole thing, the 360 chain.
The 360
Yeah.
based on a specific market and specific driven things.
Mhm.
And you put all of these parameters within that game and let them actually try to put what they think should drive things toward and get the result. That way, they will learn how to be more of a dynamic to the marketplace change.
Yeah.
And it will actually stick with them rather than just having kind of a booklet and reading through it and having kind of a presentation.
You're speaking their language.
Exactly.
In a very dynamic language, I would say.
Yes.
Sure.
That's one side. The other side is these people care about their well-being.
I would say these talents rather than these people.
Yeah, they're
we
talents,
are the future, to be honest.
Yeah,
right?
they're the future, not me for sure.
Not any of us, actually. They are the future. So we have to learn their own language to keep up with them.
True.
And to keep them the connection between our generation and their generation, whatsoever in the personal life or the workplace. Sure. And we are talking about the workplace here.
Yes. So one of the things that Gen Z is looking for is having a psychological friendly environment.
Amazing.
They want an environment which is more friendly toward their mental health. Companies need to have that workplace balance and that workplace even as an environment more of a friendly toward the mental health.
Yeah.
From one side. From the other side, there has to be some kind of programs. People and all of us are under a lot of pressure all the day. And I've noticed that there are some of the organizations, they have even chief of well-being.
Sure.
Okay. People, officer in
the well-being concept is started to be recognized all over the companies right now.
Truly.
Different industries. Yes.
And having that being done in a digital atmosphere is also another trend that is happening. I've seen it as a trend happening in the market, and I've seen some of the companies where they cannot just hire like a chief of well-being to have this as a service coming from other companies that give it in a digital way.
Okay.
That saves money.
Yeah, sure. So outsource the service itself, even if you don't have it.
Exactly. And it is.
But let's start with the mindset. So the company values at first, they believe in the well-being and they believe in the human of the talents.
True.
Amazing. In a practical way, how you would give an advice, or what kind of advice you would give to leaders to easily adopt these insights and mindset into the workplace?
All right. One is authentic listening.
All right.
Being genuine in the way you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Being transparent.
All right.
Really care about what you are doing to them, because they are very sensitive.
From the heart, you mean?
Yes, it has to come from the heart.
Sure. Not everyone, because sometimes it's business for them.
Yes, true. But there is always, we go back to the difference between a leader and a boss. And leadership,
he should care more about talents.
Leaders should be not about control. It's about facilitating the job for these people, allowing them to be creative, to be innovative, and allowing them to thrive and being empowered so they can grow within the organization. If any leader does this, he will not only return this Gen Z, he will actually be benefiting way more from their talents and their efforts in order to show what they can do. And he will be shining and moving even higher.
Amazing. Thank you so much for the beautiful insights. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Gen Z are the future. And last thing that I normally ask one of my guests to know about the human behind the title. What kind of advice, or did you have any kind of advice before that shaped you in a different way or left a print in your mindset?
Well, that goes back long time ago.
Yeah.
So back in a time, I was going to go through into a scholarship, and somebody gave me this advice.
Outside your hometown.
Yeah, I was going to the US to study there, to study
right.
abroad, and coming from, the traditional mindset and also the environment I've been growing up.
Sure.
He told me one thing: you are going to be exposed to a totally different environment, something with the different values and with kind of a no boundaries in so many things as a society.
Yeah, true.
If you see something which is wrong and does not match with your values, don't say that I'll try it.
Because normally a human being will give it a try.
Exactly. And when you try it, you give yourself an excuse. He said it to me in Arabic.
Can you say it in Arabic?
Yes. لما تكون عارف إن في حاجة غلط وحرام
أيوة.
ما تقولش حجرب، لأنه الشيطان حيزين لك أفعالك.
وكل مرة هتبدأ تجرب مرة
بالزبط.
مرة and then هتبقى حاجة اتعودت عليها.
بالضبط. فخلتني أقف قبل ما أعمل الخطوة أفكر فيها.
Okay.
لو غلط وعارف جواي إن هي غلط مش هعمل ومش حجرب. It was the best advice.
This is the best advice. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and experience with us today.
Thank you, Suzan. It's always my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Today, we've discussed how to attract and retain Gen Z into the traditional multinational dynamics. In Technical Talk, we're connecting people through knowledge. Thank you so much for having us. See you next time.